Man, what happened? Last week we had a pretty stable episode. It involved, well, not last week, well, last year we had a pretty stable Simpsons episode. It was about Bart getting lost in the woods and Sideshow Bob trying to kill him. And there's some humanity in it. It has some character in it a little bit like that. You know, it had a heartwarming feel to it. And maybe a little pinch of Christmas sprinkles on it because it was around the winter holiday. Holy shit, what happened? Um, you basically this happens with The Simpsons a lot. We basically get a decent episode that's not the best, but it works, and then you guys get back into this funk of having an episode that has a bunch of problems with it. And this is one of those episodes. First things first, I'm gonna go into this saying I love The Simpsons. Um, I watched a lot of the older episodes of the show, but man, what happened with this episode? This right here, it kind of sums up a couple of the issues with the modern day Simpsons episodes, and I'm just going to, start my review on it. So first of all, it involves kind of the episode starts off with kind of like a Springfield musical number, and it's catchy, and I actually liked it. And I was like, oh, okay, hey, the writers want to make their typical, music moment, which I like. They still do those pretty well. And it basically gets back into Lisa. And Lisa episodes, I don't know, but the modern Lisa episodes don't really have the charm to them anymore. They're just really obnoxious. It's either something happens to her sax, her alto saxophone, or it's a dude, or father problems, and they're never that entertaining. People might disagree with me, but no, they're never really that entertaining in the modern seasons of the show. And this is another example of it. Once again, Lisa gets another love interest, and it's not like we haven't seen this before. Matter of fact, we've seen it a good 2 or 3 times. And then you have Nelson the Bully, who is another love interest of Lisa in this episode, which we have seen before because they have dated, I believe, in one of the other modern episodes, maybe somewhere in the 2000s or late 2000s, but they have dated each other. Um, and it's like this love fight behind, the token guy who is perfect for Lisa, who we know she's not going to stay with, and then Nelson the Bully. And I kind of felt Nelson's pain, you know what I mean? Like, he's just a guy trying to fit in. And even though I also don't sympathize with his bullying, but it's just interesting to see that they didn't even elaborate on that much. Then they didn't the last time that Lisa was quote unquote dating him. And I found it to be an issue. But here's a bigger issue with the episode. A bigger issue is Bart. Apparently, Bart gets really into chemistry. And the producers, I guess, wanted to make that interesting. Like, hey, let's make Bart do something different for once. And that actually kind of works when they focused on it. But instead, they didn't really want to expand Bart's personality or build a new Bart from the episode. Like, hey, Bart's a troublemaker and stuff like that. But now, this dude fucks around with chemistry sets and makes shit explode, and those scenes were more entertaining than Lisa's plot because I've seen it already. The producers have done it already. They've already done Lisa meets a boy she doesn't stay with. The same with Bart. There's been Bart episodes when Bart has found, country love interest and stuff like that, and it doesn't. Even at the end of the episode, they're just like, screw it. We both walked. They just both walked away and didn't want to deal with her. And I heard it was like some La La Land parody. It wasn't a good one. I didn't even notice. Sorry, I didn't see the film. Once again, references thrown into these animated shows that don't work unless they have a broader appeal. And people might be like, "Oh man, that's some normie stuff." But no, I haven't seen La La Land. But at the same time, no, I really wanted them to focus more on Bart because Lisa's plot has already been done before in the past, and it just had a lack of creativity. I don't know if I can really recommend this episode to anybody. Pretty much, it just seems that sorry about that, I got a cold a little bit. It just seems like the producers didn't really work it out that well. It seems like you have so many different concepts and ideas that were thrown on paper. Like maybe they should have done the Springfield thing, where it's like just a musical number episode. But then at the same time, Bart should have been the episode's main focus. And I don't really understand that though. You had a show that's been on for almost 30 years, and character development is everything. Because with this show, it doesn't really have much going for it. It's not gonna go off on top. Like when this show ends, it's not gonna have much of a good story behind it. There's tons of YouTube videos saying, like, hey, this show died years ago and stuff like that. And this is a prime example of some of the stuff that the show has issues wise. I didn't care for the Lisa plot with Lisa finding another love interest because they've done it so many times before. Now, if you want to watch this episode, go ahead. Follow the title of the video. The season and episode number is always in the title. This is just my quick opinion on it, though. I think they could have done better. If you watch the episode because you are bored out of your mind, watch it for Bart. Bart the chemist, because that's actually interesting. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. This is Nathaniel Clay from Just Press Play, and this has been the Cinephoria review of the latest Simpsons episode. See you guys later.